All right, so here we are again. So I like to preface these things by saying, this is my viewpoint on things that are going on. It's not God's gospel or any of that, of course. It's different viewpoints, but I know what I know and what I've experienced. And I've been through an awful lot of shit in this thing throughout my entire life. And so I just want to give an update because there's a previous video that hopefully will start to get seen soon as I'm getting this thing rolling. So in the other video I mentioned, go to Paris chasing this actress, and which is true. And they pulled some really hateful, really evil shit. And in all that, part of it was this woman, like she was a potential wife. It's like I'm like, hey, she made noises like, I'm married. I'm like, well, hell yeah, all that. Anyway, another time around the horn, so to speak. Now in Mexico instead of, wherever else I was before. But anyway, so get down here and get to Mexico, and and they got the thing going on, the radio, air, whatever you want to call it, subscript, what have you. And women are like, hey, Dave's all right, would like to get together with them. I'm like, well, that's cool, I'm trying to get this thing together with them for a good long minute now, and honestly, they have as well, and there's a lot of reasons it just never comes together, which fucking sucks, but it is what it is. And so in this case, I get down here and I'm getting used to being in another country again for a while, and right off the bat, the other guy, he's always like, he's got this whole deal where he's like pushing his, he's lies, everything's a lie, it's a lie, and it's just nebulous, it's just like a really nasty attack, because he never says what I'm lying about, and I never give me a chance to defend myself against it, I can say a lot of shit about that guy, and God knows he says all kinds of shit about me, which is wildly untrue, which is what it is, and it's fucked up, because I'm actually a very ordinary guy in most ways, So this time, down here, there's this thing set up. I'm kind of hoping this one actress might show up because I'm really into her, and so I'm down here in Mexico. I'm partying a good bit, and one day, after I've been here for, I don't know, not quite a week, around there, I'm not sure exactly. I've been having chest pains and stuff. I went to the emergency room and back in the U.S. before I came down here. I was like, God, I'm having a heart attack or what? I mean, it hurts and it's scary. And your heart's going, and the EKG looked all right. And they're like, well, you're okay. You don't have the enzymes or whatever. And I'm like, all right. So this one day, I'm like basically hungover from all this partying I've been doing, and I go out to the store, come back, and I guess I was supposed to see this person there, and I didn't, and because I was like, the point is the marriage thing, it's like back in Paris they pull these things like, he thinks he's a husband, but he's not, it's like, he thinks he's going to marry everyone. Sure as shit, pull the exact same thing down here. And they have these like repeating scripts and like paradigms or like models that they break out to try to paint me this way or that way or whatever. And in this case, the lead up to it, it's like they're just doing this whole lies, and it's infuriating because even the Mexican people who are speaking Spanish, you hear them ruminating on it, like, yeah, lie, what the, it's fucked up, but. It's just kind of, it's like part of the deal is like, who owns me, right? And, well, don't I? Doesn't everyone own themselves? Well, apparently in this situation, no, I don't. It gets to take ownership of my person and claim that, that I'm whatever it wants to have me seen as, it's just, I don't know what to say about that. It's just fucked up. Anyway, it's just like sort of, de-authenticate myself, because I'm too much myself or what have you, I've got to be what that guy wants me seen as, because if I'm who I am, then it hurts, right? Which is funny, because the hertz thing, you know, it goes way back, and I'm not talking cycles per second or anything. It's like, you know, it hurts like I did, you know, causing pain or whatever. Decades ago, when this shit first started growing in the 90s and stuff, you know, I would say stuff in my private life, you know, not like putting stuff on here, you know, because there's a lot of dirt on it. Anyway, and they're like, you know, they reach some breaking point, and repeatedly they're like, "We're going to hurt you now," and we hope it. And you know, that other guy and his voice on the so-called on the machine, you know, is saying, you know, and you know, yeah, I hope it hurts, and I hope it hurts. Did that on and on and on and on through the aughts, man. You know, on through the Iraq invasion, which is another story, which, you know, I might get to if people watching into this shit. The thing is, there's so much stuff in this. It's just mind-blowing. It's in everything, you know. But it's funny, the evolution of hurts, right? So originally it was, you know, we want to hurt you, you know, we're gonna hurt your person, you know, and that's what we're doing. And they were like, you know, blatant about it, explicit, you know, it's like, hey, we're here to harm you, because, you know, once again, I'm too much me, and I'm not allowed to be me because he owns me, and I'm supposed to be what he says I am, and that's just wrong, you know. I don't care how you, you know, shake that one. It's just bullshit. So over time, you know, he turns into, you know, he says, oh, you know, he lies, and it hurt, you know, flipping it around, right? So he's basically intentionally harming me by claiming ownership of my person and then claiming that I'm lying about something, which I won't really say what about or give any means to defend myself, but, you know, but I'm harming him, and I'm, you know, so lately, sometime this summer, I was like, you know, like, you know, man, I just don't care. I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm not here to make that other guy feel good. I'm here for me and for hopefully find a decent woman to get together with or whatever. You know, or just have my life, you know, just do what I do, which is apparently this huge, you know, everyone's trying to make me be this or that or the other, you know, and the women want one thing, and Robbie today really doesn't want me to be who I am because he's just, frankly, lied about me a whole lot for a long time, in every way imaginable. And once I was like, look, man, I'm not, kind of pointed out, you know, the script changed, right? So it's he lies, your lies hurt women. And it's like, for starters, I'm not lying, but okay. It's just funny to see the evolution of the idea, you know, throughout time. And I think it's kind of revelatory of who that other guy is and what it's all about, you know. It's funny, you know, for a while there's all this stuff about both, you know, because whatever I get to do, he gets to pretend to be, or, you know, whatever bad is in him, he gets to put on me, or whatever. And I'm like, no, you can't have both on. You know, I'll do me, you. That's just, you know, the way it is, you know. And that's how life is, you know. You might want to be, you know, you might see somebody you envy or something, but you don't get to be them, you know. You just maybe make yourself a better person or something so you can be more like them or whatever. But, you know, the both in that sense was just, his idea of both is a place where he gets to take my person and impose himself on me, you know. And I don't have any say in it, you know. He just puts his shit on me, which is, wow, monumentally fucked up. Meanwhile, I'm thinking both, and so all these women around, I'm like thinking, well, both of those women, we could get together and, you know, thinking menage a trois or whatever. So it's funny to me because his idea of both is two men, one of them entirely non-consensually. He gets to impose himself on me. That's his idea of both, right? And my idea of both is like, you know, three adults and a consenting, you know. So I you know, try to find humor in this stuff because a lot of it is so nasty and just, there's so much just hatred in it. You know, it's like coming up with ways to vilify me, to justify his hate of me, you know. And it's like part of the social contract has to make it look good for him to get off on hating me, which he undeniably does. It's kind of the whole thing, you know. And it just demonstrates that, like, the sheer difference between he and I. I mean, not to mention, you know, stylistically, when I'm doing my thing, it's one way, and when he's doing his thing, it's, you know, he gets to fuck me over all these ways, and I'm really all this gay stuff he wants to have me see that, which is totally bullshit, but, you know, that's what he wants to see, and that's to me, that says more about him than it does about me, but, you know, the people don't get to know the inner workings of this absurdity that goes on, but anyway, so there's that. Yeah, you know, and it gets, I guess the thing that really bothers me a lot about all this stuff is that, you know, a lot of the people in the industry or whatever actually do know who I am, like, pretty fucking well, and they've like demonstrated that, like some of the women especially. It's like, damn, and like, you know, they truly know me, like, really, really well, and it's driving me crazy because I just love to get together with some of them. But it's just turned to this endless game where, and it's not a game, it's my life, you know, where he, you know, I get to be me long enough, build up, and then, you know, take my person away and install Robbie, and he gets to pretend to be me. And I'm still wondering what is wrong with the guy that, you know, I've been saying this for a long time, and it's like, why is it that he won't do his thing? Why is there nothing of his that he can sell of who he is that has nothing to do with me at all? You know, he can just promote him, and I got no problem with that. That's fine. But it's like all he is a parasite, you know? He's just like attach himself onto my shit and cause me harm to fuck me over. Then he's got to validate that, so I get fucked twice, you know? Not only do I, you know, get harmed by him fucking me over, but then he's got to justify his fucking me over, so they got to vilify me to justify fucking me over. It's just round and round and round of this shit. It just doesn't end. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. I don't know how long this is. Pretty brief. If you watch this stuff, I appreciate your eyeballs and minds and all that. And yeah, there's a tip jar and a thing, Bitcoin, and throw some of my way, and I think it'd be great. Anyway, thanks for watching.